Yeah, you pressing Bieber.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? Like, I'm calling you, ain't answering.
Yeah, that was low.
That was weird.
That was crazy.
That was weird.
They did not run through Bieber.
Still was pressing him like he was, why you not answering your phone? Like, yo.
He wasn't answering for a reason.
Because you did things too.
So 50 Cent has jumped into the conversation when it comes to Justin Bieber and Usher. He's basically put his foot on the pedal in the car, driving the story 100 miles an hour. TMZ exclusively dropped this between Usher and Justin Bieber fighting. It went viral for the past, 48 hours. Everybody's basically been speaking about it, adding their theories, rehashing the conversation of Justin Bieber. But 50 Cent, a high profile, A-lister rapper,
Something just happened in Hollywood, and even insiders are struggling to explain it. At one of the most exclusive Oscar after-parties of the year, a night meant for champagne, smiles, and silent deals, things got loud, things got heated, and then things got personal. We're talking about Justin Bieber. And now, 50 Cent stepping in with a statement that's making everything even bigger. Because this isn't just about an argument, this might be about years of silence finally breaking.
The fight allegedly happened at the Gold Party, and it was because Justin, remember he sued Scooter Braun, and then said that Scooter Braun, his manager, owed him money. Turns out that Justin Bieber, after they did a forensic analysis of the finances, actually owed Scooter Braun money. So he sued, lost, and owed him money. Now apparently, because he was suing Scooter Braun because he said that Scooter Braun, his manager, was stealing millions. Turns out,
musician, director, producer, posting this is insane, because I didn't expect this, but he's implying that Justin Bieber was basically used and essayed via Diddy, and that Usher basically gave Justin Bieber to Diddy. I don't think Usher gave Bieber to Diddy. I think that's just too much of an easy theory. What I believe is that Usher allegedly gave Bieber to other executives whilst also financially R-wording him. Not that he directly gave Bieber to these executives, but he put Bieber in dangerous scenarios, dangerous environments, and linked him with a circle of people. Some are public, some are private, but people in the executives, in the circle that basically used him left and right.
Multiple reports confirmed the same thing. Usher approached Justin. Not calm, not friendly, but angry. Voices were raised. Tension escalated. And within minutes, the vibe of the entire party changed. This wasn't supposed to happen. Not here, not between them.
You won't be 16 forever.
It's not that bad. Every show you knock that back.
That's breakfast of champions, right?
What does this do? Oh god. This smells like liquid poop. Dinosaur pee.
Wait till you get the state. Got that in your system. Get to the second phase of the show.
16 hours a day.
This morning I was thinking, I need a break from the internet. I really do. Because every time I went on Instagram this weekend, I got tricked by AI. Now, I saw that Justin Bieber and Usher almost got into a fight at Beyonce and Jay-Z's Oscar after party. And I said, 2 R&B singers fighting? What in the quiet storm is going on here? But I immediately...
Because for years, the story was simple. Usher was the mentor, the one who discovered Justin, the one who opened doors. But now, that same relationship might be the reason everything is falling apart. Over the past year, Justin has been doing something very unusual, cutting people off, unfollowing old mentors, distancing himself from his past, including Usher.
Now, a report in the Daily Mail claims that pop star Usher, feels underappreciated by his former mentee, Justin Bieber. Why has Justin Bieber distanced himself from Usher? There's a picture of the pair of them at the moment that's gone viral where 50 Cent has had some words to say. I won't repeat it here, Kinsey, because we could get sued, but there are all sorts of unsavoury allegations flying around.
Well, sources tell the Daily Mail.
Matter of fact, he owed Scooter Braun $25 million and had to cough that up. I think they settled on a small amount, but Usher was actually a part of that deal too. So when Justin lost after suing Scooter, the manager, he lost. Some of the money was owed to Usher as well because Usher was responsible for, finding him. So he get like a little finder's fee. He's a part of the management team. Okay, so
To understand this moment, you have to go back to when Justin Bieber was just 14 years old, when he was introduced to the industry by Usher and signed under the guidance of L.A. Reid. Some descriptions from that time have recently resurfaced online, and they've made people uncomfortable, not because of what they say directly, but because of how they say it. These are documented statements and interpretations, but they remain part of public discussion, not confirmed wrongdoing.
I read that you were Beyonce's nanny. Were you Beyonce's nanny?
First of all, how can I be a nanny? I'll be a manny.
But you know what I mean.
No, I wouldn't Beyonce's nanny. Daryl Simmons, he had a group by the name of the Dolls.
Okay.
And they came to Atlanta for the first time. This is before Destiny's Child became Destiny's Child. And I think I looked over them while they was doing something in the house. I had to watch them because I was like the authority, because I guess I was the teenager at the time. But no, I wasn't a nanny.
Not just in, physically, but also financially as well. But 50 Cent posting this about Usher, he's definitely not going to be pleased. Hey guys, it's Marab Raleigh. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Daily and consistent content. It looks like this conversation about Justin Bieber, guys, is simply not going anywhere. We discussed him a lot at length when it came to P. Diddy and the fact that he initially got arrested back in September 2024. That was when everybody was linking the conversation to Justin Bieber, and now it looks like it's happened again. This AI picture, it's not real. It went absolutely viral.
There's another layer to this story, one that involves Sean Diddy Combs. Usher himself has spoken in past interviews about being exposed to environments that he later said he wouldn't want his own children around. So fans are now asking one question: if Usher knew how intense that world was, why bring Justin into it? Again, these are questions being raised online, not proven facts. But they're part of the conversation that's growing louder.
Why didn't things work out with Justin Bieber?
You know what? They did work out with Justin. I honored and recognized that my brother, I think that it might have been the fact that he was just, wanting to tell a different story right now. And I understand that. But we did have a brief conversation, and, we're going to do something else in the future. But there's no love lost or anything like that.
You know what I'm saying? No.
But you were just overseeing, like, making sure they ain't breaking.
Making certain that they didn't, that they didn't get in no trouble in the house at the time. Yeah.
Did you know that little girl was going to grow up to be that big international superstar? Can you look at, because you did discover Justin Bieber, so you did see something. So clearly you got an eye for talent.
Yeah, well, not just by myself. There was a host of people. They say success has a million fathers, and an orphan,
Yeah, and so they were down there at the Oscars Gold Party with Beyonce, and the incident happened. It ended up as like a kind of a light fist fight between the two, and sources are saying that Usher came up to Justin at the party with energy and anger, and the two got into a heated exchange. Okay,
and suddenly, Justin's recent behavior starts to make more sense. The distance, the silence, the refusal to reconnect publicly. Even when given the opportunity to reunite with Usher, he didn't take it. Because maybe this isn't just about one night at a party. Maybe this is about years of unresolved tension.
A lot of people thought it was real. You aren't allowed phones at the Oscars Gold Party, and this picture is completely fake, even though it looks real. And you can see that Justin's finger is in Usher's face, and Usher, of course, is angry. Again, this is fake. I want to make that clear. Some people might not think that this is. Some people might think that this is real, but it's not. And 50 has posted, "I was a baby. Why you let him do that to me?" That's what I thought when I saw this picture. So 50 Cent is implying that Justin is angry at Usher because Usher gave Justin Bieber to Diddy when Justin Bieber was basically very young. Again, we've seen the videos. We've even seen videos now of Scooter Braun and Usher basically giving Justin Bieber a drink. All of it looks completely weird.
Bieber and Usher clashed at an Oscars party recently with Justin's camp, someone anonymously stressing that Usher did not protect Justin Bieber when he introduced him into the world as a child pop star. Whether from a moral perspective or a financial perspective, maybe both, we're not certain, but Justin has struggled with his mental health as an adult and seems to resent a lot of the original team.
Yes, I think 50 Cent knows a little bit about this, and I do wonder whether there'll be another documentary on these sorts of issues that we're touching on. Now, Sag Harbor Police have released body cam footage from Justin Timberlake's 2024 DUI arrest. Despite
When asked about Usher's role in his career, Justin didn't fully lean into the narrative. Instead, he emphasized something else, that he built himself, that he was instrumental in his own success. That might sound small, but in Hollywood, that's a statement.
No. Do you know an individual entertainer by the name of Usher?
Yeah, Usher. That sounds familiar.
Isn't it true that Usher was instrumental in starting your career?
What does that have to do with this litigation, Mr. DeKalb? This is just you trying to harass the client.
Before we came back here, you'd asked me.
She's gonna let her read back the question.
He is Justin Bieber, but to me, he's like a little brother. You know, he's family. Be led by your passion is the one thing I've said across the board, and I'm hoping that sticks. I mean, I think it's really good, you know, for an artist to be able to spread their wings and give you their vision of what, you know, what they've been able to learn, you know. They say the student becomes a teacher. So in that light, he becomes a teacher and also a cultivator of new talent.
Got into a fight on Oscar night. And we're seeing this Daily Mail headline up here. The quote, "He just didn't protect him." Insiders reveal the real reason Justin Bieber and Usher's secret feud hit boiling point at Oscars, published on March 21, 2026. The quote, "Usher brought Justin into that world when he was just a kid," the insider explains. Justin trusted Usher to look out for him, and now he feels like that did not happen. What do you hear?
Then there's his former manager, Scooter Braun, who once admitted there was a time he feared Justin might not survive the pressure. Late nights, isolation, industry expectations, and a system that doesn't always protect young stars.
Yeah, Justin is right here. I worked with him, so I was around this monster. But the reason Justin was hanging with Diddy was because of Usher. Usher introduced Justin Bieber.
Bieber was Usher's find, correct?
Yeah. He found him on YouTube. He found him as a teenager. He was strumming a guitar on the internet, trying to become a star. And Usher
was a little kid, right? He was like 11, maybe.
Yeah, he was a baby, and he had nobody protecting him, but his family, who have their issues too, they thought that Usher would take him under his wing, and Usher has done a pretty...
the singer's attempts to block it. Here he is struggling to complete field sobriety tests after he was pulled over for allegedly running a stop sign.
You're gonna put your right foot in front of your left, stay just like that, okay? You're gonna be heel to toe, like this. Heel to toe.
It's a normal process. Yeah, everything is pretty standard. Is there anything specifically about it you are wondering, or just... No, I just wondered, like you really cut.
And Justin wasn't the only one raising concerns. Taylor Swift publicly spoke about feeling controlled in business decisions. Others in the industry have hinted at similar experiences. Different stories, but a similar pattern. A system where control matters more than care.
Thank you for your memory.
Is it true that Usher was very instrumental in starting the
I was found on YouTube. I think that I was detrimental to my own career.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you at all. I'm sitting right next to you.
I said I think I was instrumental to my own career. Well, let me hear back from the court reporter.
To me, and you know, the fact that 50 is implying that this is what happened to Justin is going to trigger Justin massively, but it's going to also upset him. This basically goes to show that the conversation of Justin Bieber is not going anywhere unless he speaks up himself, not through your managers, not through your people. You got to speak up yourself and break your silence on this conversation, otherwise it's not going to go away. It's been happening for the past 3-4 years, and this is not even me pressuring Bieber. This is just a conversation that's only going to get bigger. And when 50 Cent joins the conversation now, then it just becomes even more of a situation, a snowball effect. And 50 could be throwing shade or implying, or maybe he is dropping facts that he might know. He is very much in the industry. He's met Bieber, he's met Usher. They've been in the same room.
There's one moment that stands out. Justin Bieber, nearly emotional, talking about protecting younger artists like Billie Eilish. What? Because maybe he knows what it feels like to not be protected.
Pretty good job of staying away from some of the really dirty darkness of the music business. And so as mentors go, Usher at first sight seems like a really, really good person, but that was not the truth. One of the first people that Usher introduced Justin to was Diddy. As a teenager, he was going to Diddy's parties. He was spending the night at Diddy's. He was hanging out there for weeks. And so at the time, Justin, I think, just thought this was growing up. This was the music business. Now he's an adult. He's a father. He's suffered with his own mental health issues, and he's furious about it. Nobody protected him. And, you know,
immediately trusted it because messy news travels the quickest. And then I saw a picture of the fight. It was Usher, Justin, and Beyonce in the back looking shocked. Okay, I was shocked, but it turns out that the fight was real, according to TMZ, but the picture is fake. Now, this picture had everybody fooled, which AI will usually trick us aunties all the time. But people who should know better, they thought it was real too. Like my nieces, they own everything, thought it was real. Even 50 Cent posted it.
And now, 50 Cent enters the conversation, not directly accusing, but strongly hinting that people in the industry know more than they say, and that when stories like this come out, they're never just about one moment. They're about everything that led up to it.
Together, maybe he does know things that he's heard firsthand of Bieber being used by people left and right. Maybe this is not even shade. Maybe this is just genuinely what he's posting, and that's what he actually believes. Or fact, we don't know, but what we do know is that 50 adding conversation to this is blowing it up massively. Blowing it up massively. Justin Bieber didn't just unfollow Usher, Scooter Braun, and Diddy. There were multiple other names that I'm not familiar with because they're not as public, who he also unfollowed, who were also all together in the same room with Usher at one moment of time. He unfollowed all of them because all of them betrayed Bieber massively, left him for dead, basically, took so much of his money. Justin had to sell his masters, it was reported, for $200 million because he had no money to his name. Scooter Braun said, wait till...
All night? It might not be this one, you might be over at the other one, and they actually have blankets for you. That's a wow, man.
Kinsey, why is this coming out now? This is almost 2 years old.
Because media has requested it. There was a Freedom of Information Act request, and Timberlake sued, fought to keep it, locked away, because the police station did tell TMZ at the time that it happened that they would not be releasing the body cam. So somebody was technically dishonest here. But can I just tell you, drinking and driving is horrible, but if Justin Timberlake was afraid that this video would ruin him, it's had the opposite effect. The internet is dying.
It actually has.
Oh, they're dying over Justin looking at the cop.
So what really happened that night? Was it just an argument? Or was it years of silence finally breaking? Because Justin didn't stay. He left immediately. No explanation, no statements, just gone.
And you know, if 50 believes in something, he's gonna turn it into a documentary, all right? All right, now the picture is fake, but the fight is real, allegedly. But here's the thing, I already picked a side, because y'all know I did not play about Usher. I don't play. I deleted all the Justin Bieber songs from my phone, all 2 of them, okay? Deleted both the songs, Baby and Despacito, gone. Hell, I started deleting Justin Timberlake too. Cause what if Usher sees my phone one day and I called all my friends and let them know we canceling every Justin. I have started a whole campaign in my group chat called Every Justin is Busted.
Said I think I was instrumental to my own career.
Thank you, sir. But my question was Usher, was he helpful to your professional career? Yes. Is Usher a close friend of yours? Yes. Is Usher a confidant? I guess, yes. Has Usher given you career advice?
Is this an interview or a deposition?
Often it's not your responsibility to do that, but if you take somebody under your wing, if you want to be their mentor, you have to do it. And so this has been bubbling up for a while. In fact, sources tell me that this was going to explode. It just so happened they were in the same place. Justin's removed himself from the music business. I was surprised to see him at the party. In fact, if he wasn't married to Hailey, who really enjoys the spotlight, I don't think he would have gone to this party. I think he went because his wife wanted to be there. But one of the people he bumped into was Usher, and he let him have it. And I'm told Usher had.
And now the industry is watching closely, because if this story continues, more names could come up, more details could surface, and what started as a party argument could turn into something much bigger. What do you think really happened between Justin Bieber and Usher? Was it personal, professional, or something deeper? Drop your thoughts below, because this story is far from over.